After the next 2 months, wow, it was amazing. The little sprout had grown into a strong orchid with many roots. Hello orchid lovers, I'm very happy to meet you in this video. Today I will share with you in detail 3 ways to help orchids take root and bloom all year round. Please watch this video of mine. Method 1. Using coffee and oats. Add 1 teaspoon to the bottle with 500 milligrams of boiling water and stir well. Mix coffee with boiling water to extract the beneficial compounds from coffee, making them easily absorbed and used in orchid care. Cover the jar and leave it in a dark, airy place until the coffee cools. Next, you need to prepare oatmeal. Oatmeal provides protein, vitamin B and minerals that help orchids grow well. Add 1 spoon of oatmeal to the jar with 500 ml of boiling water and stir well. Mix oatmeal with boiling water to extract nutrients easily absorbed by orchids, stimulating root growth. After 2 hours, stir the coffee pot well and filter out the residue to collect a clean solution, avoiding residue that can harm orchid roots. Then add 500 ml of filtered water mixed with coffee water to create a dilute solution, helping orchids absorb easily and avoid harming the plant. Method 1. Use a soft cotton ball soaked in coffee water to clean each leaf of the orchid. This helps to clean the orchid leaves of dirt, mold, and insects that live on the leaves. You need to clean both the top and bottom of the orchid leaves. Cleaning the leaves regularly helps keep your orchid lush and shiny. Cleaning orchid leaves helps open the stomata and the orchid will photosynthesize better. Coffee is rich in nitrogen, an important nutrient that helps plants grow healthy, green leaves. Wipe the orchid leaves 1-2 times a month to protect the orchid and help it grow better. Next, pour the cinnamon water into a spray bottle and mist your orchid pot with cinnamon water. Watering orchids with cinnamon water has the same effect as using foliar fertilizer. It provides the plant with nutrients that are easily absorbed through the surface of the orchid leaves. With powerful antioxidant compounds, this coffee water helps orchids increase resistance, providing comprehensive protection from the roots to the stems and leaves, promoting large and beautiful buds and flowers all year round. You should water your orchid regularly, every 2 weeks in this way. Remember to water orchids in the morning to help the leaves dry quickly when the sun rises at noon, reducing the risk of mold and disease. You stir the oatmeal water, then you filter the residue and mix it with the coffee water. Method 2. Water the coffee and oats directly on the roots. Here is my orchid. The roots have turned white. It is best to water directly on their roots. Water this solution directly onto the orchid's roots, as coffee and oats contain many minerals and organic matter, providing essential nutrients for orchid growth. This solution contains very high levels of nitrogen, potassium, and magnesium, which stimulates orchids to bloom earlier and become larger and more beautiful. For orchids to grow well, you should water them once every 1 to 2 weeks. Once a month, I usually soak the orchid pot in this fertilizer solution for about 20 minutes. After about 20 minutes, I took it out of the pot and left it in a place with lots of light sunlight so the orchid could photosynthesize and exchange nutrients well. And here is the result after 3 weeks. Look, many new roots have grown. New roots help the plant absorb water and other essential nutrients. As the new roots develop, it will promote the growth of other parts, such as leaves and flowers of the orchid. The orchid has a healthy root system and many buds. When it blooms, it will show off bright, vibrant, and long-lasting colors. Method 2. Using mayonnaise and lemon. First, you pour water into the spray bottle and spray the orchid. Watering orchids not only provides moisture and sustains life, but also stimulates root growth and supports photosynthesis. At the same time, watering also helps clean dirt and prevent the appearance of pests. You need to prepare a spray bottle with enough pressure to help clean dirt on leaves more easily, increase photosynthesis, and prevent mold. Then use a clean, soft cloth to dry the water on the leaves to help prevent mold and bacteria from growing and reduce the risk of leaf rot. Water that remains on leaves for a long time, especially in leaf axils, easily creates a humid environment, favorable for pathogens to develop. Wait about 30 minutes for the leaves to dry completely. Next, I took a little mayonnaise and poured it on a soft cotton pad, and then applied it evenly on the top of the leaf. No need to wipe the underside, because they have a different structure. Applying mayonnaise to orchid leaves helps clean dirt and creates a natural shine to the leaf surface, making the plant look greener and healthier. The oil layer in mayonnaise also creates a protective film, preventing dust from sticking and hindering the growth of mold and bacteria. Maintaining healthy leaves is important for orchids to bloom more and for longer periods of time. Since photosynthesis takes place in the leaves, they must be in good condition. Therefore, cleaning and nourishing the leaves is very important, and mayonnaise will help you do this. Using mayonnaise helps the leaves to be nourished, shiny, and healthier. Mayonnaise is made from eggs, vinegar, and cooking oil, so it contains a lot of antioxidant amino acids and other nutrients that are good for plants, especially your orchids. After you wipe the leaves with mayonnaise, let the leaves absorb the nutrients for about 30 minutes. Next, take half a lemon and squeeze the juice into a jar with 1 liter of filtered water. Then use a soft cotton pad soaked in this water to wipe the orchid leaves. This will remove all the mayonnaise and dirt from the orchid leaves, allowing them to breathe and photosynthesize better. If you grow many orchid pots, you can put them in a spray bottle to spray on the leaves for productivity. You need to do this once a month. After spraying lemon water on orchids, you will see shiny and healthy leaves. This is really helpful when the orchid starts to dry out and fall off. It will help the orchid revive immediately. You can use the remaining lemon juice to water the orchid roots. Lemon juice contains citric acid, which helps adjust the pH of the soil, creating a favorable environment for the orchid to grow better. You should also maintain this once a month, and the orchid will grow stronger than you think. Look at this. This is the result. The leaves are always green and shiny, looking very sturdy and healthy. When orchid leaves photosynthesize well, it will create better conditions for the orchid's metabolism. Method 3. Using rice and ginger powder. Here is my cattleya pot with 6 old stunted branches. I will guide you to help them reproduce quickly and bloom continuously. First, you need to cut off all the roots of the damaged orchid. Removing damaged roots helps prevent the spread of fungal diseases and protects healthy roots. It also stimulates new root growth, increasing the plant's ability to absorb nutrients. I clamp the orchid with a fixed bar to avoid shaking, protect the young roots, and help the plant cling firmly to the substrate, growing better. Next, use scissors to separate each orchid branch. This helps the orchid grow many new branches. Leave the orchid pot in a cool place for 1 week and do not water it to let the cut heal itself. After 1 week, take 5 spoons of rice and put them in a jar with 2 liters of warm water and 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder. Soak for 30 minutes. Soaking rice and turmeric starch creates nutritious water, providing vitamins, minerals, and natural antibacterials, helping orchid roots stay healthy and preventing fungal diseases. After 30 minutes, stir the rice and turmeric powder well, and then filter out the residue, taking only the liquid from the solution. Then you use this rice water and turmeric powder to water the orchid roots. Rice water has some nutrients that are good for orchids, such as nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus, like a natural fertilizer that provides nutrients for plants. You can soak the orchid pot in this water for 20 minutes, which helps provide nutrients for the roots and fight bacteria and fungi, thereby helping the plant grow healthily. Next, use a soft cotton ball soaked in rice water and turmeric powder to wipe both sides of the orchid leaves. Turmeric starch contains antioxidants and has antibacterial effects, helping to eliminate fungi, bacteria, and insects that are harmful to orchids. Besides, cleaning orchid leaves helps the plant photosynthesize more effectively, promoting the plant to grow in the best way. You should water and wipe orchid leaves with rice water and turmeric powder 2-3 times a month. After 2 weeks, the orchid roots have started to sprout. Isn't that wonderful? To help the orchid grow well, I continue to water the orchid pot with rice water and turmeric powder. Note that you only need to fertilize with rice water and turmeric powder 2-3 times a month, and every day you just need to water normally to keep the orchid moist. This is the result after 2 months of caring for my old orchid pot. Look, after 2 months, the orchid buds have grown very healthy. They grow densely at the base of the orchid plant. Normally, if I don't use rice water and turmeric powder, the orchid will only grow 1-2 buds. From the old barren orchids, I have taken care of them to reproduce continuously and healthily. Now plant them in large pots so they can grow even stronger. I use crushed pine wood to grow orchids, which helps create a well-ventilated, well-drained, moisture-relating substrate while providing natural nutrients to help orchids grow healthily. After planting the orchids in large pots, I continued to water them with rice water and turmeric powder to help them grow better. Look at this. 1 year later, they have grown very well. I have a giant orchid pot, lots of plants and leaves growing green. Keep taking care of them with all your heart to enjoy the wonderful results beyond your expectations. So in this video, I have shared with you 3 ways to help orchids take root and bloom all year round. Just follow the methods I instruct and you will surely succeed. Wishing you good health and enjoy wonderful moments with your beautiful orchid pots. To watch the next useful videos, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for supporting my channel. Goodbye and see you again.
Hi everyone, in this video I will share 4 simple but extremely effective ways to help your rotten orchids recover quickly. Let's explore with me and bring new life to your orchid pots. Method 1. Use cinnamon powder. And this is a rotten orchid. The leaves are yellow and only the stem and roots remain. If it is in this condition, don't rush to throw it away. And now I will guide you how to revive a rotten orchid like this. Very simple and easy to do. First, cut off all damaged, rotten roots to stop the spread of harmful bacteria or fungi, which will allow new, healthy roots to grow. Next, cover the cut with a layer of melted candle wax to prevent water from seeping in, helping to protect the plant from infection and keep the cut dry. Then you use 2 teaspoons of cinnamon powder. Cinnamon powder has the effect of preventing harmful bacteria and fungi, helping the orchid to recover quickly. Add 1 liter of boiling water to the jar to create a disinfectant solution, helping to dissolve the ingredients in the cinnamon powder. Boiling water helps to extract maximum beneficial compounds from cinnamon powder, while increasing the ability to kill bacteria and mold, protecting plants from the invasion of harmful microorganisms. Wait for the water to cool and filter out the residue. This is also an important step to ensure the orchid soaking solution is clean and safe. Residue can also cause mold or bacteria, affecting the orchid's recovery process. Soak the orchid in filtered cinnamon powder water for about 30 minutes. Soaking orchids in cinnamon powder water helps kill bacteria and mold, prevent infection, and stimulate the plant to recover quickly. After 30 minutes of soaking, transfer the orchid to a pot to replant. Growing orchids with pine bark and dry pumice helps absorb moisture from the roots, effectively preventing root rot. Add a layer of dry moss to the surface of the orchid pot to help retain moisture and protect the roots. After 7 days, you can spray water gently to maintain humidity for the orchid. Cover the plant with a clear plastic box with air holes and wait for the plant to revive. Wow, look at this. It's amazing. After only 3 weeks, the plant has sprouted. And remember to spray water every 5 days to keep the sprouts moist. This is the result. After 2 months, the sprout has grown into a plant and has 4 leaves. Isn't it amazing? Method 2. Use aloe vera and garlic. When an orchid is rotten and only has stems and roots left like this, I will show you how to revive it instantly. First, cut off the damaged roots to stop the spread of bacteria and allow the plant to recover and grow from healthy roots. Next, cover the cut with melted candle wax to prevent water from seeping into the plant. Doing so prevents bacteria or fungi from entering, which helps the plant recover quickly and avoid rot. Now you take 2 fresh garlic cloves. Peel them. Garlic helps fight bacteria, prevent fungus, and protect orchid roots from rot. Add 20 groups of aloe vera leaves. Aloe vera leaves help disinfect and promote the recovery process, stimulating plant growth. Next, add 500 ml of room temperature water to the blender and blend. After grinding, filter the water and discard the residue. Soak orchids in the pureed solution for about 1 hour to help increase recovery, disinfect, and stimulate root growth. After soaking for 1 hour, remove the orchid from the solution. Leave the orchid in a cool place for 1 day to help the roots dry, reducing the risk of root rot. Next, use moss and growing medium to plant orchids in plastic boxes. After planting, water the orchid to keep it moist. Cover tightly and place in a cool, well-lit place, away from direct sunlight to maintain stable humidity, limiting the growth of bacteria and fungi. And this is the result after only 2 weeks the orchid has sprouted. You see, new roots have already started to grow. Continue to mist the orchid every 3 days with room temperature water to keep it moist. Now let's see the results after 2 months of waiting. Wow! Miraculously, the orchid grew rapidly and grew 2 new leaves. Now let's plant it in a pot. Remove the old moss and add new substrate to the bottom of the pot. Note, you need to place the orchid substrate 1 tchem higher than the substrate surface so that the orchid does not rot. That's it. Now just spray water to keep the plant moist. After 2 weeks, you can fertilize with organic fertilizer to help the orchid grow healthily. Use lemon and cinnamon powder. This is a sick orchid. The leaves are yellow and I just touched it and the leaves fell off. When you see a sick orchid like this, don't throw it away. We can revive it in many ways. And I will show you how to use lemon and cinnamon powder, Orchid Revive instantly. The first step is to remove all rotten leaves to prevent the disease from spreading to the trunk. need to clean the roots to remove bacteria, mold, and disease residues, help the orchid roots to be airy, and limit the risk of infection. Next, use about 1/4 of a small lemon to squeeze out the juice. Then add 500 ml of water. Soak the plant in this solution for about 5 minutes. After soaking for 5 minutes, take the plant out and let it dry. You need to prepare a box to grow orchids. The box needs to have holes in the bottom for drainage to avoid waterlogging of the roots. Place the growing medium at the bottom of the box. You need to place the orchid growing medium 1 twerk higher than the surface of the growing medium so that the orchid does not rot. After planting, sprinkle some cinnamon powder to dry and prevent root rot. Cover the box tightly, leave in a cool place, and water after 1 week. To water orchids, you need to prepare tang of aloe vera leaves and 500 ml of water. You rub aloe vera leaves in 500 ml of water to extract the solution from aloe vera. Aloe vera has antibacterial properties, heals wounds, and stimulates plant growth. Next, filter the residue and take a portion of the aloe vera solution into a spray bottle and water the orchid. Continue to cover the orchid's cut with a layer of cinnamon powder and close the box lid. And let's wait and see how the orchid will grow after 3 weeks. Look, the plant has sprouted. Isn't it amazing? To keep the orchid moist, you need to water it once every 7 to 10 days. After 2 months, the orchid has grown strongly and has many leaves. After 2 months, fertilize once every 2 weeks and water to keep the soil moist to help the plant grow better. Method 4. Using onions. This is a rotten orchid with yellow leaves that someone threw away. I brought it home and will revive it immediately. The first step is to remove all the yellow leaves that are infected with fungus. Then, prune away damaged branches and roots to prevent the spread of bacteria and fungi to healthy parts. This allows the plant to focus its energy on growing new roots and recovering more quickly. You need to use 20 grams of onion to prevent fungal diseases and stimulate the orchid to grow new roots. Put the onion in a blender with 600 ml of water and puree. After grinding, you need to filter out the residue to prevent residue from sticking to the roots, causing blockage and root rot. Soak the orchid in onion juice for about 20 minutes and leave in a cool place. After soaking the orchid for 20 minutes, take it out and hang it in a cool place to dry before planting the orchid in a pot. To save costs, I use recycled plastic bottles as orchid pots and contribute to reducing environmental pollution. You need to to wash the plastic bottle to remove dirt and remaining residue, ensuring it does not affect the growth of the orchid. You need to drill drainage holes for orchids to help prevent waterlogging, create conditions for the roots to drain easily and grow healthily. With just a few simple steps, you will have an orchid pot like this. And now we will proceed to grow orchids. I grow orchids with pine bark to create an airy environment, help the roots grow well and drain effectively while providing natural nutrients for the plant. I made a small greenhouse with linen film to help the plants recover quickly. After planting the orchid in the pot, pour onion juice into the orchid pot and soak for 5 minutes. After soaking for 5 minutes, you remove this water from the basin. You need to spray the orchid with regular water every 5 days to keep the roots and leaves from drying out and to aid the recovery process. Place the newly planted orchid in a cool place and wait for it to revive. Please follow me to see the orchid's recovery after 3 weeks. Look, the plant has sprouted. Isn't it magical? Every 5 days, mist the orchid and leave it in a cool place to wait for it to grow. Look, after 3 months, the orchid has revived strongly. The leaves are very green. At this time, you can use 1 spoon of unsweetened fresh milk mixed with 2 spoons of filtered water to wipe the leaves. Use cotton to thoroughly wipe the orchid leaves, wiping both the top and bottom of the leaves to help remove harmful insects, fungi, and bacteria so that the plant can photosynthesize better. Hopefully, through this video, you will know how to help rotten orchids revive immediately. Wish you success. If you find the video useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next videos.
Hello everyone, nice to see you again in today's video. If you are an orchid lover and want to propagate them but don't know how, then this is the video for you. I will share 3 simple, easy to do, and highly effective orchid propagation methods. Please watch my entire video. Method 1. Using garlic and rice. This is my orchid pot. It just finished blooming. This is the right time to propagate orchid. I cut off a branch of orchid and selected the parts with small buds to propagate them. Choose the freshest orchid branches, because when the orchid branches are fresh, there will be a lot of sap inside, helping the propagation to be more effective. I selected and cut 2 sections of orchid branches with small buds for propagation. After cutting, I covered the cuts with cinnamon powder, then waited 1 day for the cuts to dry completely. This helps to sterilize and prevent rot in the propagated orchid cuttings. You should also sprinkle cinnamon powder on the cut at the base of the tree to help stop the rot. Next, take 1 clove of garlic and cut it into thin slices. Then, put it in a jar with 600 ml of water. Add 3 tablespoons of rice to the jar and wait 30 minutes for the nutrients to completely dissolve in the water. You need to filter out the residue of the rice water and garlic, taking only the clear water. Then you soak the orchid branches in the rice and garlic solution for about 20 minutes to help stimulate the orchid branches to germinate faster. I used floral foam and a fixing bar to prepare for orchid propagation. After 20 minutes, take the orchid out of the solution, then clamp the orchid branch to the fixed bar on the foam piece. You put the foam piece with the orchid branch in a plastic box. Then pour water up to 2/3 of the floral foam piece, helping the orchid retain moisture and grow better. Cover it, place it in a cool place, and change the water weekly. And let me see the results after 3 weeks of orchid care and propagation. Look, the orchid branches have sprouted very healthily. Isn't that wonderful? I continue to put it in the box and leave it in a cool place with enough light for the orchid to grow best. After the next 2 months, wow, it was amazing. The little sprout had grown into a strong orchid with many roots. A healthy root system will help the orchid absorb water and nutrients, creating the best conditions for the orchid branches to grow quickly. With this method, you can completely propagate orchids at home. Very simple and effective. And now let's plant orchids in pots so they can grow and adapt to the outside environment. I use the fixed bar to grow orchids, helping to fix the orchids and create the best conditions for the roots to grow. Method 2, using amoxicillin and ginger. This is my orchid pot. It has bloomed and is about to die. I will cut this branch to propagate. I will cut off the blooming parts, taking only the sprouted parts for propagation. Use a sharp razor blade to cut off the damaged part of the cutting, helping the wound heal quickly, creating conditions for the plant to germinate and root better. I prepared one amoxicillin tablet, broke it in half, and poured the powder onto a spoon. Cover the cut orchid branch with amoxicillin powder to help the wound heal faster. During the cutting process, the cut is often a gateway for bacteria to enter. Using amoxicillin helps prevent infection, creating favorable conditions for the plant to grow new roots. Next, you pour 500 milliliters of room temperature water into the bottle. Then you mix amoxicillin with water. Use a spoon to stir until the amoxicillin powder is completely dissolved in water. I prepared aquaponic plastic beads and poured them into the jar and soaked them in amoxicillin water for about 30 minutes. This helped kill fungus and bacteria very well. I use plastic containers to recycle into orchid propagating tools. You need to punch holes in the bottom of the box. This will help with ventilation, drainage, prevent root rot, and limit the growth of fungi. To propagate orchids effectively, you need to remove the membrane covering the germ. This will help the orchid germinate more easily and grow stronger. Next, you need to prepare one fresh ginger branch and cut into small pieces. You use a tool to squeeze out pure ginger juice. Dip cotton in ginger water, then apply it to the orchid shoot and incubate for 5 minutes. Ginger has antibacterial and antifungal properties which help protect orchid shoots from bacteria and fungi that may invade during the cutting process. This will stimulate germination and emergence faster. After soaking the aquaponic plastic beads in amoxicillin water for about 30 minutes, pour them out and put them in a box. I placed the orchid cuttings on plastic beads and sprayed them with water every other day. Aquaponic plastic beads create a breathable and stable moisture-retaining environment, helping orchid roots grow healthily. Cover the orchid box and place it in a cool, well-lit place to help the plant grow well. And now let me see the results 1 month after taking care of the orchid branch. Wow, look! The orchid has sprouted. Isn't it amazing? To help the orchid grow stronger, I continue to spray moisture every 2 days. The next 10 days, the orchid has grown stronger. It has taken root. I continue to take care of it so that it spreads more roots and grows better. And here is the result of the next 2 months. The orchid has grown very healthy. It has grown 4 roots and the plant is also much taller. It proves my careful care, huh? Right, guys? The roots develop very well, helping the plant absorb nutrients and water effectively. It also helps the plant resist disease well and creates a foundation for long-term growth. Now, I will plant the orchid in a pot to adapt to the outside environment. I use moss for growing orchids because it helps retain moisture well and creates an ideal environment for orchid roots to grow. Water regularly to keep the orchid moist, helping the plant grow healthily. Method 3. Using potatoes and cinnamon powder. This is my Phalaenopsis orchid. It just finished blooming. Even the branches have some damaged parts. I will cut off the damaged part and take the fresh part to propagate the orchid. These are the dormant buds that should be retained for propagation, as they have the potential to develop into new shoots. And this is where the orchid has bloomed. you should cut it off to help the plant focus nutrients on growing new shoots. Use a sharp razor blade to cut each section with dormant buds. Cut firmly and smoothly to avoid bruising the cut. This helps the orchid heal wounds quickly, reduces the risk of disease, and promotes the growth of new shoots. This is a potato, and I peeled it into thin slices for the orchid propagation step. Potatoes contain many nutrients necessary for the growth of orchids. Potatoes contain starch, vitamin C, B6, and minerals that help provide energy, stimulate rooting, and shoot growth for orchids. I will use potato peels as organic fertilizer for orchid. I put the potato peels in a jar with 1 liter of hot water, then let it sit until the water cools. The next step is to peel off the protective layer of the dormant sprout. This will help the sprout grow faster. Once you have removed all the dormant patches, use potato slices to apply to the dormant buds, which will help stimulate the growth of the buds, promote rooting, and protect the buds from the risk of infection. I use toothpaste to cover the cut of the orchid branch. This helps disinfect cuts, preventing bacteria and fungi from entering, thanks to the antibacterial ingredients found in toothpaste. The toothpaste also forms a protective film, reducing rotting and helping the cut heal faster. Next, wrap the sleeping sprouts in hot potato slices. This helps to moisturize and awaken the sleeping sprouts. Wrap the sprouts in potato slices like this for about 6 hours, so that the nutrients from the potatoes can penetrate inside. When this is cinnamon powder, I take 1 spoon and put it in a jar with 1 liter of hot water and cover it and wait until the water cools. After the water cools, filter out the cinnamon powder residue to obtain a pure solution. To propagate orchids, I prepared aquaponic soil and plastic beads. I soaked them in cinnamon powder water for 30 minutes. This helps to disinfect, prevent bacteria and fungi, creating a clean environment for orchid growth. Next, I also soak the moss in cinnamon solution for 30 minutes. which helps disinfect and remove bacteria and fungi, creating the best conditions for orchid roots to grow. After 30 minutes, remove the clay, aquaponic beads, and moss from the cinnamon solution. To grow orchids, I use plastic boxes and recycle them into miniature greenhouses. Put the clay and aquaponic plastic beads into the miniature greenhouse, then spread a layer of moss on top to prepare for orchid propagation. Remove the potato layer and place each orchid cutting in the miniature greenhouse. Then spray water every 3 days. Cover and place in a cool, airy place to create favorable conditions for orchid sprouts to grow. After the potato water has cooled, I strain out the residue. Watering orchids with this liquid fertilizer 1 to 2 times/month will help them grow very well. This helps provide nutrients, stimulate root and shoot growth, and enhance orchid resistance. After 3 weeks, look at this. The sleeping buds have awakened. Isn't that great? I continue to spray water to keep the orchid moist so it can grow better. One month later, look at this, it has grown leaves. They are growing very well. Continue to spray water to keep moist and leave in a cool place for the sprouts to grow. See the results after 2 more months of orchid care. Wow, look at this. The orchid has grown very fast, the leaves and roots are very long. From the dormant buds I took good care of them and the results are worth it. Right guys? With this simple propagation method, you can completely do it yourself at home and achieve results beyond expectations. Now let's plant the orchid branches in pots to help them adapt to the outside environment and grow stronger. So in this video, I have shared with you 3 simple, easy to do and highly effective orchid propagation methods. I hope this information will help you take better care of and grow your orchid garden. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe so you don't miss out on future helpful videos. Thank you for watching. Hello everyone, nice to meet you in this video. You are an orchid lover. You are looking for a way to propagate them but do not know how. Or maybe you have propagated orchids but failed. In this video, I will guide you through 5 extremely simple, easy to do and highly effective ways to propagate orchids. Please watch the entire video. Method 1. Using ginger. In my hand is a withered orchid branch. I will propagate on this orchid branch. And now I will share with you how to propagate from any orchid species. First, we cut off the blooming points. Just keep these 3 segments so the orchid can sprout. Then you cover the cut with melted candle wax to protect the orchid from rotting. Peel off the protective membrane of the orchid shoot to stimulate the shoot to grow stronger and faster. To propagate orchids, you need to prepare 1 branch of fresh ginger, then chop them. Ginger contains compounds such as gingerol and sugarol that can prevent the growth of harmful bacteria and fungi, help protect orchid seedlings from infection, and increase survival rates when propagating. After chopping the ginger, put it in a jar with 500 milligrams of boiling water and wait for 1 day, so that the ginger can extract antibacterial and antifungal compounds, creating an effective germ protection solution. Filter out the ginger residue to obtain a clear solution, making it easy to absorb and not causing blockage when used. You put the orchid branch in the vase and pour in the filtered ginger solution for about 30 minutes. To propagate orchids, you also need to prepare moss. Soak the moss in ginger water for 30 minutes. This will help disinfect, fight fungus, keep moss clean and safe for orchid propagation, and reduce the risk of infection for orchid buds. After soaking the moss for 30 minutes, use your hands to squeeze the ginger juice. I use recycled plastic boxes as small greenhouses which helps the orchid propagation process go faster. Note that you need to make vent holes in the plastic box so that the orchid has ventilation space, avoids waterlogging, and creates conditions for orchid growth while helping to maintain stable humidity. You put moss in a plastic box and spread it evenly. Then put the orchid branch in a miniature greenhouse and spray it with moisture once a week. Close the lid of the box and place the orchid propagation box in a cool place away from direct sunlight. And here is the result after 21 days. Look, it has sprouted. Isn't it amazing, guys? You continue to spray mist to keep moist and keep in a bright place. Avoid direct sunlight. After 10 days, the orchid has grown roots. The sprouts are also taller and green and full of life. Please continue to mist to keep the orchid moist to help it grow stronger. Wow, the result after the next 2 weeks, the orchid grew so fast, with many roots too. From a dry orchid branch, I took care of it to propagate like this. Amazing, isn't it? And now I plant it in a pot to let the orchid adapt and grow in the outside environment. I plant orchid cuttings with pine bark to create an airy environment, help the plant develop roots easily, and provide stable humidity for the orchid. Remember to plant the base higher than the pot so the orchid does not get root rot. Finally, cover the top layer of moss and remember to water to keep the orchid moist. Method 2. Using vitamin bone. These are dendrobium orchids, and I will be propagating them from an old cutting. This old branch cannot develop into a seedling on its own, but will serve as a source for effective propagation. You cover the cut of the orchid branch with a layer of toothpaste, which helps prevent bacteria from entering, protecting the cut from infection and drying out. Next, pour 500 milligrams of room temperature water into the basin and add 2 vitamin bone tablets. Stir well until the vitamins are completely dissolved in the water. Vitamin bone helps stimulate orchid root growth while increasing nutrient absorption to help orchids grow healthily. Soak orchid branches in the pot for 30 minutes to help stimulate root growth and new shoots. Next, you need to prepare a round piece of foam and clamps to propagate orchids. Use a glue gun to attach these clips around the foam to clamp the orchid branches into a circle. After attaching the pretty clips around the foam, you proceed to clip the old orchid branch to the foam. Clamping orchid branches into foam helps keep the branches stable, creates a good moist environment for root development, and increases the success rate of propagation. Fill the pot with water mixed with vitamin bone, then put the sponge with the orchid branch in the pot. Clamping the foam like this helps the orchid branch always float on the water surface, ensuring that the branch is not submerged, creating conditions for the roots to develop in a moist environment without rotting. And this is the result after 1 month of my orchid breeding. Look, the orchid branch has taken root and sprouted. Isn't that wonderful? I continue to put the orchid cuttings in the pot to let them grow stronger. After another month, it was really surprising, right? The roots grew a lot and became longer, and the sprout developed into a tall tree. See? Just a few simple steps like that, and you have successfully propagated orchids from old branches. This way, you can propagate any other orchid species yourself. Just follow the steps I have given, and you will be guaranteed success. To grow orchids, remove the clamp and lift the orchids out of the foam, then cut each seedling and plant them in a pot so that the orchids can grow in the outside environment. Method 3. Using aloe vera and ginger. This is a pot of orchids that has bloomed and only has one last flower left. Even if the flowers have fallen, it is still possible to propagate from unopened flower stalks. I will cut off the flower stalk that has bloomed, helping to concentrate nutrients on the unbloomed flower stalk, stimulating the growth of new buds. It was important to make sure the cut wasn't crushed, so I used a sharp razor blade to smooth out the cut. Peel off the protective layer of the young shoot to make it easier for the sprout to grow. To propagate orchids, I need 1 aloe vera leaf, then cut it into small pieces. Aloe vera helps stimulate roots and fight disease in orchids due to its antibacterial properties. It also provides moisture and nutrients, helping orchids grow healthily. Inserting aloe vera into orchid branches helps them recover quickly, prevents infection, promotes root growth, and provides nutrients for orchids. Next, use another aloe vera leaf and chop it up. You add 30 grams of fresh ginger and also chop it. After chopping the aloe vera and ginger, put them in a blender with 300 milligrams of water and blend them. Filter out the aloe vera and ginger residue, taking only the clear solution. Add water to get 1 liter of aloe vera and ginger solution. Next, water the orchid roots with aloe vera and ginger to provide nutrients, stimulate root growth, and help the plant increase its resistance. Aloe vera is rich in vitamins and minerals, while ginger has anti-inflammatory properties, helping the plant fight disease. Soak orchid pot in solution for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, remove the aloe vera from the orchid branch and use cotton to dry them. Then, apply toothpaste to the cut and wait for the toothpaste to dry to disinfect the orchid wound. After the toothpaste has dried, use aloe vera and ginger solution to spray the orchid once a week. Here is the result after 1 month the orchid branch has sprouted. To help the sprouts grow strongly and take root, I continue to spray aloe vera and ginger solution once a week. Let's wait and see the results in the next 2 months. Wow, this seedling has grown strong and has long roots. Isn't it amazing, guys? Now you can cut this orchid branch and plant it in a pot for better growth. Method 4. Using garlic and cinnamon powder. This is my Cattleya orchid. It has grown very well. This is an old orchid branch that will not grow seedlings if not separated from the pot. I will cut it out of the pot to propagate. You see, this is the sleeping bud at the base of the orchid branch. I will wake it up. I use a sharp knife to recut the cuts so they don't get crushed, helping the plant recover quickly. I then sprinkle cinnamon powder on the cut to prevent mold or bacteria from entering, and to promote healing. I used 1 clove of garlic and cut it in half, and then applied the garlic juice to the dormant orchid sprouts, stimulating the sprouts to wake up and grow quickly. Next, I use 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder in a pot with 500 ml of boiling water. Then stir them well and wait for them to cool before using. When the cinnamon powder water has cooled, it is necessary to filter out the residue. Filter out the residue in the cinnamon powder water to avoid residue sticking to the roots and leaves, hindering the absorption of water and nutrients, and limiting the growth of mold and bacteria. I soak the moss in cinnamon water for 30 minutes to help disinfect, kill bacteria and mold that may be present in the moss, and also increase the plant's ability to absorb nutrients. After soaking for 30 minutes, I took out the moss and squeezed out the water. I use a glass jar to propagate orchids, put moss in the glass jar, and then put the old orchid cuttings in the jar. Use plastic wrap to cover the orchid propagation jar. Note that you need to punch a few vent holes to help maintain air circulation, prevent condensation, and provide oxygen for the orchid to grow well. Then you need to leave the jar in a cool place. After a week of propagation, you need to water the orchid every 5 days to ensure enough moisture, help the plant grow healthily, and stimulate new roots. And now let me see the results after 2 months of orchid breeding. Look, the orchid has revived, sprouted and taken root. Isn't that wonderful? I continue to put the orchid branch in the vase for the orchid to grow better. After 2 weeks, you see this little orchid has grown very healthy and the roots have grown out. After only 2 months from the old orchid branch, I propagated it into a healthy small orchid plant. Now I plant the orchids in pots so they can grow in the outside environment. After planting orchids, water the plant with aloe vera to help it absorb nutrients from the aloe vera and maintain moisture for better growth. Method 5. Using bananas to propagate orchids. This is my orchid pot. After it blooms, I will cut a branch with buds to propagate. I use 1 clove of garlic and cut it in half, then apply garlic juice on the cut. This helps to disinfect the orchid and prevent it from rotting due to fungus. After the cut has dried, I cover the cut with melted candle wax to prevent the orchid from losing water and also prevent fungi from entering through the cut and causing the orchid branch to rot. Next, I take 1 small banana and put it in the blender with 1 liter of water, and then puree the banana. Filter out the banana residue and take only the clear water. Then soak the orchid branches in banana water for about 20 minutes, helping to provide natural nutrients, stimulating the roots to grow faster. Put 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder in a jar with 1 liter of boiling water and cover. Then wait for it to cool. After the water has cooled, filter out the cinnamon residue and soak the moss in cinnamon water for 20 minutes to help kill bacteria and mold. After 20 minutes, remove the moss and squeeze out the water to prepare for the next step. To better propagate orchids, I used a plastic bottle to create a miniature greenhouse. Note: the plastic bottle needs to be perforated to help drain water, avoid waterlogging, and create ventilation, helping orchids grow better. I cut the plastic bottle in half for easy propagation. I have prepared the pebbles, and now I will spread a layer of them on the bottom of the plastic box. Pebbles help drain water well, retain moisture, and create ventilation for orchid roots to grow healthily. I will then spread a layer of moss over the pebbles and place the orchid cuttings in the miniature greenhouse. Then, need to water the orchid to have enough moisture to grow. You need to put the orchid in a cool place to wait for it to germinate. And here is the result after 2 weeks. Wow, the orchid has sprouted. Isn't that amazing? Continue placing the orchid in the miniature greenhouse and mist regularly to keep it moist. After 1 month, look at this. The orchid sprout has grown leaves and roots. It's amazing, guys. For better orchid growth, add organic fish fertilizer. Be sure to fertilize away from the orchid roots. This helps protect the young roots and provides nutrients slowly, supporting healthy orchid growth. Then you continue to spray mist to keep the orchid moist. Look, after 2 months, the small sprout has grown into a tall, healthy orchid. The roots and leaves are growing very well. Now you can plant the orchid in a larger pot to let it grow in the outside environment. So in this video, I have guided you through 5 ways to propagate orchids that are extremely simple, easy to do, and highly effective. Good luck! To watch the next videos, remember to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for your interest and follow-up. Goodbye and see you again. Hello everyone! You are an orchid lover and want them to always be lush, take root quickly, and bloom continuously. In this video, I will share 3 simple but extremely effective methods to help orchids grow healthy and bloom all year round. Please watch the whole video. Method 1. Using bread, bananas, eggshells, beer. First, you need to prepare a bread and tear it into small pieces to make fertilizer for the orchid pot. Bread contains carbon, an essential ingredient that helps stimulate the growth of beneficial bacteria in orchid-growing media. These bacteria decompose organic matter, creating very good conditions for orchid roots to grow. Bread, especially whole grain bread, is rich in vitamins and minerals such as B vitamins, iron, and potassium, which help nourish orchids. After tearing the bread into small pieces, pour it into a glass jar. Next, you need to prepare 2 ripe bananas to use as fertilizer for orchids. Peel and remove the core, then chop the banana peel. Banana peels are rich in potassium, an essential mineral that helps boost a plant's disease resistance and promotes beautiful, long-lasting blooms. In addition, banana peels also stimulate beneficial microorganisms, improving the porosity and moisture of the substrate. After chopping the banana peel, put it in a glass jar with the bread. You need to prepare 5 more sun-dried eggshells, then crush the eggshells into small pieces and put them in the jar. Eggshells contain a rich amount of calcium, of which about 90% is calcium carbonate. Eggshells provide calcium to help orchids develop strong roots, prevent root rot, and balance the pH of the growing medium. Next, you need to prepare a can of beer to help ferment the solution faster. put 100 milligrams of beer in the jar with bread, banana peel, eggshell. Next, add 1 liter of filtered water to the jar, close the lid tightly, and leave in a cool place for 3 weeks to create a very good fertilizer for orchids. The fermentation process produces beneficial microorganisms that break down organic matter into easily absorbed nutrients. This fertilizer provides potassium, calcium, and phosphorus, helping roots grow strong and plants bloom beautifully and for a long time. Three weeks later, I had a nutrient-rich organic fertilizer solution made from bread, banana peels, and eggshells. Stir the solution well. The solution has a light aroma of fermented bananas. If you smell an unpleasant odor, you should not use it because it may be due to bacteria or mold growth, which is harmful to the orchid. Take about 50 ml of this solution and mix it with 1 liter of filtered water to take care of the orchid. This is my orchid pot. It just finished blooming. Caring for orchids after flowering is very important for the plant to recover and continue to bloom the next season. And now let me take care of this orchid pot. Step 1. Use a soft cotton ball soaked in this water to wipe both sides of the orchid leaves. This will help remove dirt and mineral salts that remain on the leaves. It also helps to increase resistance, prevent pests, and improve the photosynthetic ability of plants. In addition, this solution provides nutrients such as calcium, potassium, and phosphorus, stimulating the growth of leaves and flowers. Step 2. Put this solution in a spray bottle to spray the entire orchid plant. This not only helps the leaves stay healthy, but the nutrients are also absorbed through the stem, helping the plant grow better. Step 3. Water this solution into the orchid pot. Water the orchid pot with a solution of bread, banana peels, and eggshells to provide essential nutrients for the plant's roots, helping the orchid recover and grow quickly. Step 4. After you spray water on the orchid, you need to wipe off the liquid fertilizer on the leaves. If this solution remains on the leaves for too long, especially in humid environments, It can cause problems such as leaf rot, mold, or leaf burn due to the nutrient concentration being too high. Note: you should water this solution for orchids in the morning. When the sun rises, the orchids will photosynthesize effectively, helping the plant metabolize better. After wiping the leaves, place the orchid pot in a bright place, away from direct sunlight to prevent leaf burn and wilting. This is the result after 2 months of taking care of the orchid pot. Look, the plant has 2 more branches and roots growing. It shows the strong growth and vitality of the orchid. The orchid leaves also become much greener and shinier than before. Look at these old orchid branches that are continuing to grow and sprout new buds. Isn't that great? Continue to take care of your orchid pot with all your heart, promising to bring the most beautiful flowers in the near future. Method 2. Using beetroot and banana. This is my orchid. It has finished blooming. After flowering, the plant often weakens because it has devoted all its nutrients to the blooming process. If you know how to take good care of the plant, it can still grow strongly and bloom regularly. And now I will share with you how to take care of them. First, you need to cut off old orchid branches, helping the plant focus nutrients on growing new branches and flowering better. You also need to remove any damaged leaves, which helps prevent the spread of fungi and pests, as well as other pathogens that can harm your orchid. Remove all damaged orchid roots to prevent fungal diseases and help the orchid absorb nutrients better. The next step I made was to fertilize the orchid to encourage it to grow stronger. You need to prepare 1 red beetroot and cut it into slices like this and chop them. Beetroot provides potassium, iron and magnesium, helping orchids develop strong roots and lush green leaves. The betanin pigment in beetroot stimulates bright, long-lasting flowers. Beetroot solution also nourishes beneficial microorganisms, improving the growing medium for orchids. Beetroot juice can be diluted for watering or composted as organic fertilizer for orchids, creating favorable conditions for healthy root growth. Next, take one banana and slice it thinly to make organic fertilizer for orchid care. Bananas are rich in potassium, which is essential for the growth of orchids, especially during flowering. After chopping the beets and bananas, put them in a jar with 500 bananas of warm water. Then close the jar tightly and leave it in a cool place. After 3 weeks, it will create a fermented organic fertilizer that is very good for orchids. After 3 weeks, I have obtained natural fermented fertilizer product from beetroot and banana. The product has the aroma of ripe bananas, and you take 50 ml of beetroot and banana solution and pour it into a large jar with 2 liters of water. Then stir well. After mixing the solution, you can use this water to water the base of the orchid. This is a liquid fertilizer made from beetroot and banana, rich in vitamins, minerals, and trace elements, providing a rich source of nutrition for orchids. Liquid fertilizer from beetroot and banana helps stimulate orchid root growth, enhancing the plant's ability to absorb water and nutrients. Soak orchids in beetroot and banana liquid fertilizer for about 20 minutes to help the roots absorb maximum nutrients, stimulate healthy roots, and increase water absorption. Next, use a soft cotton ball soaked in this solution to clean both sides of the orchid leaves. Cleaning orchid leaves will help the plant photosynthesize more effectively, promote growth, and bloom more often. This solution directly provides vitamins and minerals to the leaves to help plants grow better. Wiping orchid leaves with a beetroot and banana solution helps stimulate the growth of beneficial microorganisms, thereby improving the overall health of the plant. Cleaning leaves helps prevent the appearance of pests and mold, protecting the health of the plant. After wiping the orchid leaves, I put this solution in a spray bottle to spray water over the entire orchid plant. Spraying water over the entire orchid will clean the leaf surface, creating conditions for more effective photosynthesis. Liquid fertilizer quickly provides vitamins and minerals necessary for plant growth. After you have soaked the orchid pot in the solution for about 20 minutes, take the orchid pot out. To reduce the risk of mold and bacteria growth, after watering your orchids, Wipe off excess water from the leaves. Dried orchid leaves help improve gas exchange, supporting the respiration of both roots and leaves. You should care for your orchid according to my instructions about 1-2 times a month to maintain healthy growth for the plant. After wiping the orchid leaves, you need to place the orchid pot in a place with enough light for better photosynthesis and metabolism. Let's see the results after 2 months of taking care of my orchid. Look, the orchid has grown 2 big branches and roots are also growing at the base of the tree. Isn't it amazing? Healthy roots help plants absorb water and minerals more efficiently, supporting comprehensive growth from leaves to flowers. Method 3. Using baking soda and okra. First, add 1 teaspoon of baking soda to a cup with 1 liter of water to create an orchid care solution. Method 1. To clean orchid leaves, use a soft cotton ball soaked in baking soda solution to clean the top and bottom of the leaves. Wiping orchid leaves with baking soda water has the effect of killing fungus and increasing the plant's resistance. Baking soda helps prevent some common diseases in orchids such as powdery mildew. In addition, baking soda also helps clean leaves, improve photosynthesis, and support healthy plant growth. Besides, baking soda can adjust the pH of water, creating an environment for orchids to grow. You should apply this method 1 to 2 times a month to keep orchid leaves green and shiny. Method 2. You use 2 okra. Put okra in blender with 300 milliliters water and blend until smooth. Okra contains many natural vitamins and minerals that help provide nutrients for healthy orchid growth, increase resistance, and stimulate root growth. The nutrients in okra support photosynthesis and better orchid growth. After grinding the okra, filter out the residue, taking only the clear liquid, which helps avoid root clogging and ensures that the irrigation water can easily penetrate the growing medium. You mix okra water with 1 liter of water, then you mix baking soda solution with okra water solution. You stir the solution well, and you have a very good liquid fertilizer for orchids. Now use this water to water your orchid pot. Okra contains many vitamins, minerals, and natural growth hormones that help provide energy for plants to grow better. Baking soda has antibacterial and antifungal properties that help prevent plant diseases. Baking soda can help adjust the pH of the environment, creating better conditions for plant nutrient absorption. Okra solution provides moisture to the plant, helping it stay green and full of life. You can combine both of these methods to take advantage of the nutrients of okra and the protective properties of baking soda, creating favorable conditions for orchids to grow in the best way. Soak the orchid pot in a solution of baking soda and okra water for about 20 minutes to help the orchid absorb nutrients better and maintain moisture. If you have many orchid pots, you can choose to spray with a spray bottle for better productivity. Spray the entire orchid plant with this liquid fertilizer solution, spraying both the top and bottom of the leaves to wash away dirt, insects, and fungi hiding on the leaves. Using baking soda helps clean the remaining industrial garden salt on the leaves when purchased, helping the plant stay green and shiny. You should do this 1 to 2 times a month to supplement nutrients for healthy orchid growth. After 20 minutes of soaking the orchid pot in liquid fertilizer solution, take it out and place the orchid in a place with lots of scattered light for photosynthesis. Meticulous care and proper application of methods will help orchids grow healthier, thereby increasing the ability to bloom with larger and more beautiful flowers. The combination of baking soda and ochre not only provides nutrition but also protects orchids from disease, creating a favorable environment for orchids to grow best. Each leaf, each flower bud is a testament to the effort and heart you put into them, the crystallization of love and constant meticulous care. Each blooming orchid is a worthy reward for your sacrifices and dedication to the orchid pots. So in this video, I have shared with you 3 methods to help orchids take root and bloom all year round. In this video, I shared with you 3 methods to help orchids take root and bloom all year round. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to watch the next videos. Thank you for supporting my channel. Goodbye and see you again.
Hello orchid lovers, in this video I will share with you 4 simple but effective ways to help your orchids grow strong, have strong roots, and always bloom beautifully all year round. Please watch my video until the end. Method 1. Using carrots. This is my orchid. After the old flowers fade, new flowers grow continuously, so my orchid blooms all year round. Flowers can bloom on the branches for up to 6 months, giving the tree a brilliant beauty. Taking care of the orchid helps it grow many branches, bloom many flowers, grow many new roots, help absorb nutrients best, and help the plant grow healthily. These are large buds that help bloom long on the branch, creating brilliant flowers. To help orchids grow many branches and bloom big and beautiful flowers all year round, you need to know how to take care of them. And now I will show you how to make fertilizer for orchids from carrots to help them bloom beautifully all year round. First, you need to prepare 1 small carrot, about 30 gets. Then you chop the carrots and add 1 liter of filtered water and puree. Carrot fertilizer provides vitamins and minerals, helping orchids grow healthily and bloom for a long time. At the same time, it enhances resistance and improves the ability to fight pests and diseases. After grinding, filter out the pulp to get the juice. Filtering out the residue helps the juice become clearer, easier to absorb nutrients, and avoid clogging when watering plants, while also limiting bacteria growth from excess residue. Add 1 liter of filtered water to the carrot juice. Adding filtered water helps dilute the carrot juice, avoiding too high a concentration of nutrients that can harm the leaves and roots of orchids, and also helps the plant absorb nutrients more easily. You can use carrot juice for orchids in many ways. Method 1. Use cotton soaked in carrot juice and wipe both the top and bottom of the leaves. This helps repel insects and opens the stomata, supporting more efficient photosynthesis and metabolism. In addition, orchids can absorb nutrients through the leaves, helping the leaves stay green. This method should be applied once a year per month. Method 2. Watering orchids with carrot water. Carrot juice is rich in vitamins and minerals, making it an excellent source of nutrition for orchids. When watered into pots, it adds nutrients and vitality to the plants. You can soak the orchid pot in carrot juice for about 20 minutes and do this 1-2 times a month for best results. Third way, you spray the orchid with carrot juice to moisturize it. You need to spray both the top and bottom of the leaves to help wash away dirt and insects. The nutrients in carrot juice will help orchids grow and bloom. However, you need to be careful not to overwater to avoid affecting the plant. One more note for you is not to water the flowers with carrot juice, because this can cause the flowers to fall off quickly. Method 2. Using banana peel. Banana peels help stimulate orchids to bloom by providing potassium and essential nutrients, promoting strong and long-lasting flowering. This is the flower branch that is withered, and now I will revive the orchid with new flowers. The orchids that seem to have withered now revived strongly, blooming brightly with fresh flowers thanks to my care. And now I will guide you to use banana peels to help orchids germinate and bloom quickly. Step 1. Cut off the withered orchid branches. This helps the tree focus nutrients on growing new branches and buds, promoting flowering and keeping the tree healthy, avoiding the spread of pests and diseases. Next, apply toothpaste to the cut to disinfect and prevent rot, helping the plant recover faster. Banana is a popular fruit, known for its many uses, so banana peels are very useful for plants, especially orchids. Take the peel of 2 bananas and cut them into small pieces. Clip the banana peel to the place where the flower buds can develop. It will help provide nutrients and promote the flowering process of the plant. You need to do this once a week. You just clamp the banana peel for 6 hours and then remove it. Step 2. Use banana peel to wipe leaves. Wipe both the top and bottom of the leaves to remove insects, mold, and bacteria hiding on the surface of orchid leaves, while providing natural nutrients to keep the leaves healthy, not yellow or rotten. Look, after wiping, the leaves will be greener. The orchid will photosynthesize better to increase resistance. Step 3. Puree banana peel with 1 liter of water. Blend banana peels with 1 liter of water to create a natural nutrient solution for orchids. This mixture provides potassium, vitamins, and minerals, helping plants grow healthily, increase resistance, and promote flowering. After grinding, pour the water into a jar and leave it in a cool, dark place for 1 day to help naturally ferment. This creates conditions for beneficial microorganisms to grow, increasing the effectiveness of the solution in providing nutrients to plants. After 1 day, the banana juice has a darker color due to the fermentation and decomposition of compounds in the banana peel. Next, you need to filter out the residue of the banana peel, taking only the liquid to ensure the solution easily penetrates the leaves and roots of the plant. Use a cotton ball, soaked in water to clamp the cotton ball to the place where the sprouts can grow. Note that it needs to be removed after 6 hours. This helps create moisture, provide necessary nutrients, and stimulate flower buds to grow. You need to do this once a week. And this is the result. After 3-4 weeks, the sprouts will form and develop like this. Isn't it amazing? Step 4. Water the orchid with banana water. You add water to make 2 liters of water, and then water the orchid pot. Banana peels contain a large amount of potassium, phosphorus, and essential vitamins which help stimulate strong orchid root growth. In particular, potassium in banana peels stimulates flowering very well. Besides, you should also add other organic fertilizers to provide adequate nutrients for orchids, helping the plants grow healthily and bloom beautifully. Method 3. Use garlic to help orchids germinate and bloom immediately. This is the orchid branch that has bloomed and faded, the ideal time to cut the branch, promoting the plant to quickly sprout new buds. You need to peel off the protective film to make the shoots sprout faster. Use a razor blade to cut the branch. Avoid bruising the cut, helping the tree recover faster. Next, you cover the cut with melted candle wax to help it heal quickly and prevent rot. To protect orchids from rot, sprinkle cinnamon powder on fresh cuts at the base. Prepare 2 cloves of garlic and chop them finely. Garlic helps fight fungi and bacteria, protects orchids from disease, and stimulates germination and promotes strong orchid flowering. Put the garlic in a glass jar and pour in 500 milliliters of room temperature water to soak the garlic in the water, creating an antibacterial solution and protecting the plant. Close the lid and wait 30 minutes for the nutrients from the garlic to dissolve into the water. After 30 minutes of soaking, filter out the residue to get clear water containing nutrients from garlic, helping to protect and stimulate orchid growth. After filtering, soak the orchid branches in garlic water for 30 minutes to provide nutrients, antibacterial, antifungal. Help the branches grow healthy and quickly sprout. While waiting for the orchid to soak in garlic water, you need to prepare floral foam. Cut it into circles and put it in the bottom of the box to prepare to plant the orchid. After soaking the orchid branch in garlic water for 30 minutes, take it out and put it in a piece of foam and place it in the box. Pour water into the cup to keep the sponge moist enough, helping to stimulate the growth and germination of the orchid branch. Then you need to cover and wait for the orchid to sprout. And let's see the results after 3 weeks of the orchid branch. Woo, it has sprouted. Isn't that great, guys? And we will continue to wait to see how the orchid branch develops after the next month. After another month, the orchid branches have grown roots and leaves. They are growing very well. And we will continue to wait to see how the orchid branch develops over the next 2 months. After 2 months, the orchid branch has grown 2 long roots and the leaves are growing rapidly. Isn't it amazing? With just garlic, you have a healthy orchid branch. Now it's time to pot the orchid so it can adapt and grow in the outside environment. Cut off unnecessary parts so that the orchid can focus on developing new roots and leaves. Cover the cut with melted candle wax to help the plant heal and prevent bacteria from entering. I plant orchid cuttings with pine bark to create an airy environment, help the plant develop roots easily and provide stable humidity for the orchid. Finally, cover the top layer of moss and remember to water to keep the orchid moist. Method 4. Using potatoes and aloe vera. This is my orchid pot. I bought it at an industrial orchid garden. When I bought it, it was blooming, and after 1 month, all the flowers fell off, leaving only old branches like this. To keep it blooming, I first need to cut off this old flower stem. Cuts in the plant can create an opportunity for bacteria and fungi to enter. After making the cut, I sprinkle coffee grounds into the cut at the base of the orchid. Coffee contains antibacterial and antifungal compounds, which help prevent infection in cuts. To make fertilizer for orchids, I use 30 grams of potatoes, cut into small pieces. Potatoes are rich in potassium, phosphorus, and vitamin C, which help promote orchid growth. Compounds in potatoes help the root system grow strongly, increasing the ability to absorb water and nutrients for orchids. After chopping the potatoes, I put them in the jar. And to make this fertilizer, I need 1 more aloe vera leaf. Aloe vera fertilizer for orchids provides vitamins, minerals, and natural enzymes, stimulating strong root and leaf growth. After chopping the aloe vera, I put it in a jar with the potatoes and added 1 liter of room temperature water, covered it, and left it overnight. After 1 night, stir well to dissolve the nutrients into the water. This solution stimulates root growth and increases the ability to absorb nutrients for orchids very well. You need to filter out the residue and only take the clear water of the solution, ensuring that nutrients penetrate better into the roots of the plant, while preventing bacteria from growing from the residue. Step 1. Water the orchid with liquid fertilizer solution. Aloe vera provides vitamins and natural enzymes, while potatoes add potassium and phosphorus, helping orchids grow healthily, helping orchids bloom regularly and longer. Soak the orchid pot in water for about 20 minutes to help the roots absorb enough moisture and avoid water shortage. Step 2. Spray water on the orchid leaves. Put this water in a spray bottle. Aloe vera and potatoes provide vitamins, minerals, and enzymes, helping orchids absorb nutrients quickly through leaves and stems. You need to spray the skill on the top and bottom of the leaves. Step 3. Use a soft cotton pad to wipe the leaves to make them cleaner. Wiping the leaves helps remove dust and bacteria, allowing the orchid leaves to breathe easily and absorb light better. wiping leaves helps increase photosynthesis because clean leaves absorb light better and can convert energy more efficiently. Wiping leaves with this water helps reduce the risk of mold and bacterial diseases because the clean leaf surface limits the environment for harmful pathogens to grow. Step 4. Wipe off any remaining water on the orchid leaves. You may not know that water droplets on leaves can create favorable conditions for mold and bacteria to grow. Drawing water from leaves reduces the risk of infection. Water droplets can clog stomata, hinder gas exchange, and affect photosynthesis. Wiping away water helps keep the stomata open and functioning better. After soaking the orchid pot in water for about 20 minutes, take it out and place the orchid pot in a place with lots of light. This will support photosynthesis, helping the plant absorb nutrients better. You need to do the above 4 steps every 10 to 15 days. This is the result. After 3 weeks, you can see the roots and leaves of the orchid growing strongly and quickly. The roots in the pot grow very well. New roots are the deciding factor in helping orchids grow healthy and strong throughout their life cycle. And now, let's plant orchids in pots to help them grow healthier. I grow orchids in crushed pine bark to help the roots breathe, but still retain the necessary moisture. After planting orchids in large pots, it is necessary to water the orchids so that the plants have enough moisture and grow better. So in this video, I have shown you 4 ways to help orchids grow healthy, take root, and bloom all year round. Take care of your orchids with love and devotion, because every leaf, every flower bud is a testament to the effort and heart you put into them. Thank you for watching and supporting my channel. Don't forget to subscribe to watch the next videos.